Hello, I'm out in Westminster. This is a bit impromptu. I came out early today because the big things are happening later in the week, but I've come up to London this week. So did a little business with Peter today, got our placards behind GB News, all well and good. But a quick chat while I'm here. I was also here for the march, the Unite the Kingdom march. And if you saw my post as I was going through it, it started off a bit straggly, it started off a bit pathetic. There were a couple of small little isolated incidents of unpleasantness.
Stop the Muslim.
But actually, not many. And then what I hadn't realised is the big march was late coming down, so suddenly they managed to fill out the park quite respectably, the Parliament Square there, and then the march arrives. So I wanted to say something to you. I've had a lot of people really get quite forceful and nasty with me online because I pointed out the fact that once the march arrived, there were a lot of people there. We don't win this by you lot getting into a comfy space where you try and pretend these people aren't able to muster a number. They are able to muster a considerable number. And the behaviour was mostly, and I was in the thick of it, mostly perfectly reasonable. Yes, a lot of people had a can in their hand, but with an exception that you might have seen me post.
Stop the Muslim.
I didn't see anything that was particularly outre about that. People had a can of lager. I like a drink here and there, you know. It's not a biggie. There were a couple of pissheads, but only a couple.
Stop the Muslim.
And you might also have seen that really rather nasty clip of these women deciding that someone behind them looks like a lefty and turning on them in a vicious, nasty way. But that was the exception. Yes, they have that element amongst them. They do. But then, if you're going to try and pretend that that's what this group, that lot are, you're kidding yourself. And I don't want you kidding yourself, because you must know who the opposition is if you're going to stand a chance of fighting them in a cogent manner. And you know what? We're winning. Today we got behind cameras for GB News as Mark Vickers is talking about, it's Labour, it's not Brexit at all, it's not Brexit, no, of course it's Brexit. And Sajid Javid going about this national conversation thing. What is this thing that is mysteriously making this country so divisive?
Is that it's not just sort of politicians or the Westminster bubble telling us what it is that unites us or divides us. We're actually listening to people across the country, millions of people. And that's how this came about. We worked together with boffins at Oxford University.
Yeah, what is it? We are winning this conversation. We're winning this argument. Labour have put it forefront. Whoever wins against Starmer, if this does go up to a fight, looks like they might be obliging themselves to make it a manifesto commitment to at least have a referendum in the next, if it's a Labour government. There's a lot of ifs there. There's a whole trail of ifs there. But the point is, the conversation is being had. The conversation we want to have is being had. It is all going our way. And you cannot now balls this up by pretending things are other than they are. There is still a fight to be had. Now, there is the National Rejoin March on the 20th of June. If you're at all inclined to my outlook on our membership of the EU, be there. It's once a year. Take some time off. It's a Saturday, you don't have to take time off. Well, you probably don't have to take time off. Make arrangements. Have the kids looked after or bring them along. Have the dog put into a kennel, so get Grant to look at whatever you have to bring the dog along. I love dogs. Be there. We're doing this and we're winning. And what we now need is for you guys to be very clear-headed about what this fight is. This fight is to rejoin the EU. That will give us levers we need to do the next bunch of things we need to do. Doesn't make all the bad things go away, but it gives us those levers. So if you have to vote tactically, strategically, whatever you have to do to get the people into that place over there so that we can rejoin the EU and that we can worry about the next lot of things like PR and stuff like that, after that. But right now, your job is to do what it takes to get us into a position where rejoin is foursquare on the agenda. Join us on the 20th of June.